Consider supporting Dan the Fireman on Patreon for just $1 a month. More information and link below.
What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. You're looking good. I think this is looking good. And I want to talk to you guys about something. Some stupid common mistakes. Alright, so I got 7 stupid and common motorcycle mistakes. And a lot of people make these. And no, I am not reading off my phone. This isn't a full-on like list. I'm just having bullet points. I glance real quick, see what the next one is, and then I look up. But if you want to consider that number 8 as a mistake, then I highly recommend don't doing that at all. But then once again, don't ever have a RAM mount, don't ever have navigation up, don't ever have any of that stuff up. I'm literally going like this, and then I'm going. Boom, done, whatsoever. All right, so number one is pretty simple. It's pretty common, and it's actually very, I would say, common sense, but I mean, if common sense was so common, this wouldn't happen a lot. Riding after drinking alcohol. Now, that happens quite a bit, and to be quite honest, when I am on a call, when I'm on a motorcycle call, crash, and the determining factor really was alcohol. They went out drinking, and then they crashed. So drinking after, or drinking before riding is not good at all. Drinking before driving is not good at all, but especially riding. I don't want to say, well, at least with driving you have 4 wheels and you can stabilize. That's kind of true, but at the same time, it doesn't mean drinking and driving's better. You should not drink and drive, you should not drink and ride, especially drinking and riding. It is so terrible. It takes so much more concentration and equilibrium, and it's just so much harder. Like, it's already hard enough to ride and be safe, and now you're gonna add a depressant to your nervous system and probably crash and die, to be quite honest. Plus, you make stupider mistakes, like I'm not gonna wear my helmet, or I'm not gonna wear gear, I'm not gonna do this. So just don't drink and ride. Drink and ride, ride and drink. Don't do it. Another thing that I used to do, another thing that I stopped doing a long time ago, and that's something that I see that a lot of people still do, is riding in shorts. And this is what I never did, was ride in sandals. But riding in shorts and riding in sandals, I don't get it. You gotta shift with sandals, it doesn't feel good. I can understand if it's hot, you're gonna wear shorts. That's what I used to do. I used to ride to the gym in shorts, but I don't do that anymore, and I stopped doing it. I used to wear shorts underneath my clothes, and I'd pack it up in a locker. But riding in shorts and sandals, I mean, you're just asking for your foot to get ripped off. You're just asking for the skin to get sloughed and ripped off your body. You know, I've talked about the different kinds of road rash. There's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree road rash, just like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree burns. There's actually a 4th degree burn where it burns through the bone, which you could pretty much get with road rash also. You can get your bones just chipped away. Don't recommend it. Do not recommend riding in shorts. For one thing, when I used to ride in shorts, they'd climb way up here, and then I've actually almost lost my phone a few times, and I've lost stuff out of my pockets. So it's never fun with that. And then riding with sandals, that's just dumb. That's just straight up dumb. I'm sorry, guys. That should be common sense. Don't do that. Just don't do that. All right, something that I kind of see sometimes. I don't see very often, but it could actually point out to me that this is a brand new rider, is when somebody puts their feet down. I'm not talking like at a stoplight. Oh, a lot of bumps right here. I'm not talking about like a stoplight or at a stop sign or you know, having to like creep up. I'm talking about like inside of like a parking lot doing turns, like you're doing a turn like you're doing flat track, you know? You put your foot down to like baby tap the ground because you're scared of the not doing enough, like you don't have enough balance on the bike. That to me shows that it's a mistake, and it's something that's going to show me and show others that you're not ready to ride. So I think when it comes to that point, you need to really practice your slow maneuvers. You need to practice your turns. So like if I'm having to turn left at an intersection, I should not be putting my left foot down as some sort of like, oops, I'm gonna, you know, fall, I need to have balance. Because first of all, my foot's gonna catch the ground. These are very good rubbered shoes, the Elsinores, and it will just swing my foot back, and it will probably cause me to fall in the first place. But if you are putting your foot down because you don't know how to turn slowly, I think you need to practice, and that is a mistake. If you continue to practice putting your foot down, that's a bad habit you're going to create, and it's going to happen and happen and happen when an emergency situation happens, when what you should be practicing is good riding techniques. So when an emergency situation happens, that good habit comes out, not the foot down. That's just bad. Another thing you shouldn't do is leaving without looking. Now, leaving like the intersection, or leaving the parking lot, or leaving your lane, or leaving whatever, you know, just basically maneuvering out of your direction of travel into a different direction of travel without looking. I always look both ways before I go somewhere. Always look both ways. I always look, I do a head check. This mirror, you guys make fun of the mirror being down there, but I can see quite a bit. And I still do head checks. I prefer head checks. Especially, I mean, I'm not gonna do a head check when I'm like really close to like a truck like this. Well, first of all, I wouldn't be riding very close to a truck like this. But yeah, definitely do a head check. Right here, we're coming up to the intersection, and it's a red light with a green arrow, but I still don't trust people. So I'm still gonna look before I even go, and I'm gonna go. Always look before you leave. And a lot of people don't do that, and that is a very common mistake, that they just think, I'm gonna go, or I'm just gonna go. The other driver's gonna pay attention. They're not gonna pay attention. Don't do that. Another thing that I see people do is using just one of their brakes. Now, I'm not gonna say that people just, oh gosh, it's so bumpy right here. Tucson, get your shit together. There we go. All right, so anyways, using just one of your brakes. So when you just use one of your brakes, you're actually limiting your stopping power. Now, I see people using just the front brake, and I see people freaking out and just slamming onto their rear brake right here. That's because they're so used to driving in a car. They're used to just hitting that one thing and that one brake pedal and then stopping. Well, you can't do that on a motorcycle. You need to apply both brakes, and obviously there's some, you know, you want to apply the rear brake if you want to be able to, you know, maneuver better on dirt, and there's just like a bunch of different techniques, but for the most part, you need to apply both brakes at the same time. Right now, I'm applying front brake and rear brake to slow down efficiently. The front brake has about 70% of your stopping power, and your rear brake obviously has 30% of your stopping power, but they do apply stopping power to both wheels, and you have two wheels. You need to use both brakes. So feather, you need to like grip this nice and easy, and you also need to press down nice and easy. You also need to shift, because there's also engine braking you can do. So there's a lot of different techniques to braking, but I see a lot of people just grabbing the front brake and stopping with their front brake only. I see a lot of people just slamming the rear brake. It's causing their tail into fishtail. It's just not a lot of good stuff right there, and you kind of just need to learn how to do both brakes. Maybe that would be a good video to kind of teach. It would be a simple 2-3 minute video, to be quite honest. Another thing is sunglasses or a tinted visor at night. Now this was a problem that I ran into. As you can tell, I got a ton of bugs on my visor. It's because I just came back from Phoenix a little while ago, and I just haven't been able to ride, and I just didn't want to ride because it was a long trip. But I got caught up in Phoenix during AZ Bike Week with just a tinted visor, this mirrored visor from Shoei. Sorry, I got like burps coming. And it's got dark, and I didn't bring my clear visor. I just didn't have room for it. So what I did was I actually went out to AutoZone, and I got some safety glasses, and they worked really well. I didn't get a lot of wind up in there. I didn't get, you know, any bugs in my eyes. I didn't get nothing. I got a little bit of dry eye, just a little bit, because there are some goggles and some glasses made specifically for motorcycles. But I was in a bind. I was in a pinch. And I spent $3 on a pair of safety glasses, and it worked. I just flipped the visor up, put the safety glasses in, and did my thing. Now, the reason why I say this is a mistake, and I was kind of giving you the solution to it, is that I see people purposely riding around at night with sunglasses, and I see people purposely riding around at night with a tinted visor because they think it looks cool. It is not cool. Well, actually, it kind of does look cool, but it's not safe. It is not safe at all. It really is not. They're tinted for a reason. It's to block out a lot of the light, and it's at nighttime. You're not going to be able to see potholes. You're not going to be able to see the lines very well. You're not going to be able to see very much at all. You're basically following the person in front of you and their brake lights, and that's not safe. It's just not. So do not do that. That is a common thing. And if you get caught out in the darkness, ride your happy butt over to an AutoZone or Walmart, get a pair of safety glasses, pop those in, still wear your helmet, and you should be good to go. I'm gonna turn right here. I'm just riding around having some fun talking to you guys right now. Now, one thing I do see quite a bit, and this sucks for motorcycles, this really does suck for motorcycles, is riding around with bald tires. Bald ass tires. And the reason why I say it sucks for motorcycles is because motorcycles tires are expensive. They're ridiculous. You get 2 tires. Like for me, when I buy 2 tires, it costs more than getting 4 tires for my car. And they don't last. They don't last at all. So yes, I understand that they're expensive, but they are the tires are supposed to have a certain amount of tread. And if you're going so bald and you're trying to push it so much to where you're starting to see wires in your tire, that is dangerous, extremely dangerous. Right now, my rear tire is just getting kind of close to the wear bars, and it's like I feel uncomfortable riding right now. They're not completely done. They're still good. It's just that riding around with bald tires, you lose so much traction. You will slip and slide on the smallest things, just like the paint right here on this line. So turning a little bit too early on these double yellows to get out of here, I could lose my rear traction or the front traction because they are bald. Now, front tires usually last twice as long as rear tires. Rear tires, they don't last as long because there's a lot of weight on the back. Plus, that is what drives the bike, so you're gonna lose a lot of traction or lose a lot of rubber on the rear tires. About, like I said, twice as fast as the front. So when you replace it, obviously double check each tire. And what I like to do on my tires is as soon as I buy them, I write the mileage that's on my odometer on the sidewall in a Sharpie pen. That way I know when I got them and how long they've lasted. So I can always just these tires didn't last very long, so I'm gonna get a different tire. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Michelin Scorchers for Harley Sportsters, they last forever, and they are great tires. I highly recommend Michelin Sportsters, or Michelin Scorchers for the Sportster, or I don't know how they are with other bikes, but they're great. These knobby tires are doing great. They've lasted quite a bit, to be quite honest, and I've had them for like almost 2 years now, and I've gotten off-road, on-road, out of town, everything. But yes, they are expensive, and I understand it. If they're getting bald, don't ride around. It is just not safe. It is just not safe at all. So like I said, number 8 would be not to have your phone out to read. I'm not reading. These are just bullet points. I'll take a screenshot of it so you guys know what I'm talking about here. But if you guys want to add more to this, if you want to add more to stupid common motorcycle mistakes, because I would love to hear them, and I'll probably make it in a new video and put your name up there. But I have a Discord channel. Now, Discord is usually for gamers and stuff, but we're using it for motorcycle community stuff. We are going to be talking. We talk a lot. There's like almost 400 members in there. We got a Patreon lounge. We have a mental health section. We have a gaming section. We have bike pics, bike support. We just have a hangout where we chit chat and talk and have fun. I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I let you guys know that I'm gonna be doing like a live stream. I let you guys know that, what stickers are coming out. I ask your opinions. I'm like literally editing stickers, and I'm literally editing merchandise and coming up with ideas, and I'm asking you guys. And so it's just like another section of the community outside of YouTube. If that's something you would like, go click the link in the description. It'll take you straight to the Discord. You'll join up and we'll just have a ton of fun. Does that make sense? Give me some tips. We'll go ahead and make another video because I would love to hear what you guys have to say. With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and don't do these 7 things plus this 8th thing, I guess. I keep getting crap for that. Whatever. All right, guys, I'm gonna see you later. Bye.